In the wake of the latest tragedy, Ethiopian Airlines grounded its Boeing Co 737 MAX 8 fleet until further notice. On Monday morning, China's Civil Aviation Authority also issued a notice to Chinese airlines suspending operation of Boeing 737-8 aircraft. The Chinese authority stated it had grounded the aircraft in China, in view of the fact that both air crashes are recently delivered Boeing 737-8 aircraft, and they both occurred in the takeoff phase, and had certain similarities. In line with the management principle of zero tolerance for safety hazards and strict control of safety risks, wreckage at the site of the weekend's Ethiopian Airlines crash. Credit. The authority said it was seeking information from Boeing and the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration about measures to effectively ensure flight safety. A blanket grounding in one of the world's biggest and most influential travel markets is a further blow to Boeing's reputation, and a potential threat to the Chicago-based plane maker's finances. Loading. There are 96 of the Boeing 737 MAX 8 in use in China, across multiple airlines. Boeing sells a third of all its 737s to Chinese airlines and had projected Chinese demand for 7,690 new planes worth $1.2 trillion over the next 20 years. The company competes with Airbus for Chinese sales. Chinese purchases of more Boeing aircraft were also believed to have been on the table in trade war negotiations between the Trump administration and the Chinese government. While investigations into both crashes are ongoing and the exact cause of the Ethiopian Airlines crash is unclear, as the Chinese authorities stated, there are similarities between the two. Loading. The control tower lost contact with the Ethiopian Airlines flight shortly after it took off from Bole Airport in Addis Ababa at 8:38 a.m. local time. Ethiopian Airlines chief executive Tewolde Gebre-Mariam said that, before contact was lost with the plane, the pilot radioed to say he was experiencing difficulty and asked to return to Addis Ababa. The Lion Air flight in Indonesia also crashed just minutes after taking off. Data from that aircraft's black box showed the pilots fought to save the plane from nosediving after an automatic system apparently received incorrect sensor readings. The cause of the crash is still being investigated. Following Sunday's crash, a Boeing spokesman said the company was saddened to learn of the tragedy. We extend our heartfelt sympathies to the families and loved ones of the passengers and crew on board and stand ready to support the Ethiopian Airlines team, the spokesman said in a statement. A Boeing technical team is prepared to provide technical assistance at the request and under the direction of the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board. When asked whether the crash would affect its plans to use the aircraft, a Virgin Australia spokeswoman said, "It's too early to comment at this stage." After the Lion Air crash, Virgin Australia declined to comment as the exact cause of the crash had not yet been determined. The spokeswoman said Virgin Australia's thoughts were with the families of the victims of Sunday's crash. Virgin Australia ordered the Boeing aircraft in 2012. About the same time, Qantas also considered adding the Boeing MAX to its fleet, but instead ordered 99 Airbus A320 neoplanes. A spokesman for the Civil Aviation Safety Authority, CASA, said the authority was monitoring the crash investigation and any relevant safety issues very closely. We will watch what actions, if any, are taken by the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration. The FAA are the certifying authority for the aircraft type. The aircraft type will not enter into Australian service until all relevant safety standards are met, the spokesman said. While Virgin Australia does not have any of the planes in its fleet currently, a number of popular airlines around the world use the best-selling Boeing aircraft, including United Airlines and Ryanair. Chinese carriers accounted for about 20% of 737 MAX deliveries worldwide in January, according to the company's website. Air China introduced 12 of the 737 MAX 8s in 2018, airline documents show. China Southern had received 33 of the aircraft by the end of 2018, with another 45 to be delivered in 2019. Among the dead in the Ethiopian crash were 8 Chinese, including a Hong Kong resident working for the United Nations, and 2 staff from China Electronics Technology Group Corporation and the Aviation Industry Corporation of China, Chinese media reported. With Bloomberg.